I'm at the sidelines of the World Economic Forum India Summit, and I have a great friend with me, somebody who I think has an alternate career as after dinner. What a big story there. Anyway, Reuben is a dean at ISB. He's a professor at the ISB, and he's somebody who's got a fantastic sense of humor. So Reuben, I just wanted to ask you, we were just talking about the deep school students and the mindset. So do you want to just explore a little bit on that? What exactly is happening in the deep school scene right now?
Well, I mean, I think quite simply, these schools have become just too much. And, everybody runs by the top line. So, and there's, I think, as a consequence, there's a huge expectations mismatch. So, for instance, there may be a few crororepatis who are created by the ISB, but then the assumption is that virtually every other person who comes in also expects to get a $250,000 salary, and when they don't, they pissed off. And I think at some level, all sense of realism sort of left the market. So I definitely hope for a time when people are more realistic about A, the market, B, the country that they're in, which is that, and I think they need to understand the fact that at the end of the day, yes, technology is where India is known for, etc. But much more than that, there's an opportunity to build a country. And building a country from scratch is probably the greatest entrepreneurial opportunity of all time. And you probably haven't had an opportunity like this for the last 200 years. And you probably will not have an opportunity like this ever again at this scale. So if you're a business school student, if you're anybody with any sort of entrepreneurial skill, this is what you should jump for. It's an amazing opportunity. Healthcare, education, you name it, everything is an opportunity. As I tell my students, every inefficiency, if we can stop whining about it, is an opportunity to make a ton of money.
Absolutely. But this brings a great segue into the next question. You actually said that if you have a B school degree, the probability that you will actually become an entrepreneur is almost zero. Do you want to explain that a little bit more?
Well, I think the problem with the B school is, look, entrepreneurship at some level is a leap in the dark. It's a shot in the dark. It's actually about what you don't know rather than what you know. And I think what happens when you get too entrenched into business schools, financial models, business models, and all of those things is that I think a lot of that intuitive energy of being an entrepreneur just goes away. And I think, so for instance, if you're a consulting firm or if you're a business school, I think in a way what these people do is what these sort of programs do is to actually drain away that energy to become an entrepreneur. Or the ability. So, and I guess, at some level, you also have other alternatives, right? So at some level, entrepreneurship is driven when there's a lack of options, etc., etc. So, but in this particular case, I could also become a senior manager at General Electric, right, with a B school degree. So why would I guess the way to think about it is the opportunity cost on becoming an entrepreneur becomes very high.
So that's why they are entrepreneurship killers, are they?
That's my hypothesis. But what I can definitely tell you is that's backed by numbers. If you simply look at the numbers, you'd be hard pressed to find. If I go to just the ISB's number, you'd be hard pressed to find 5 people, 10 people a year to become entrepreneurs.
Which is, I think, and the category of people that are expected to do it are the category that are sort of refusing.
Exactly. But then you've got to ask, are they the category of people that are expected to do it? Because if you actually again look at the numbers, even globally, if you look at the numbers, what you see is something else altogether. There are very few think of the Fortune 500. How many of those were created by business school graduates?
So, what are any soundbites for us?
No, I think I've given you enough soundbites by going after the institution that I work for. But look, I'm not really trashing it as much. Business schools perform a function just to create managers. I don't think business schools are best equipped, unless there's a pedagogical shift. I don't think they're best equipped to create entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. Thank you, Reuben. Really appreciate it. You have to head off your YGO.
I do.